Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this. This is Dee with Older INFP-A Assertive Insights, and today I'm going to talk about polymath. Now, this is a word I have never heard before in all of my years, but it keeps popping up on my feed for YouTube videos, and I've been watching it. And so I dug deeper with my buddy, Google AI. I do not use ChatGPT or Alexa because I don't like people talking to me. And I've had arguments with Alexa before. She does argue. But anyway, so I Google AI and I said, what's this polymath? And it's been around since the 1600s, the word. So I don't know how I missed it because I'm obviously old enough to have heard it. But it's the vernacular of it is jack of all trades, which I have heard, and I kind of consider myself that. So I got into a conversation, found out that what polymaths do is that they dig deep into subjects until they master the subject, and then they move on. They get tired and bored with it, and then they move on. And they're interested in a lot of different subjects, and they tend to switch, and they can multitask, or they can do one to one. It doesn't matter. You can do one at a time, or you can do several at a time. And and they are 1% of the population. So for those of you who like to be extremely unique, it's 1% of the population. So after we got through all of that, and then Google AI said definitely I was a polymath. Which explains why right now I'm looking for something to do, and all the hobbies. People say, "Well, get a hobby," and my answer always, I've already done that. Job-wise, it's why I've skipped around jobs, because I know when I took a specific job, I wanted to learn about that job, and once it became routine, I got bored, and then I left to find something I didn't know anything else about. So I've had tons of jobs, tons of hobbies, and now I'm sitting here. My latest hobby was auto mechanics, because I'm into a dispute with the shop. This is why I haven't been online lately. It's been a month with the shop who would not honor a warranty, and I thinking that I'm an old woman and with an old car, and I don't know anything. They out and out lied, and I know better. Don't mess with me. So I researched and I looked at cars. So I'm learning auto mechanics for my car. So that's what I'm doing and have been doing. So I have polymathed into that. So, yeah. So what does this have to do with anything, the price of beans? So what it has to do is, and then some of the polymaths that they mentioned, the only two I remember was Ben Franklin and then Leonardo da Vinci, who I think is probably, in my opinion, you can write down who you like, in my opinion, is the greatest genius to me. And I've wondered ever since I was a teenager and learned about him, I often wondered where would our civilization be had people listened to him centuries ago when he first came out with stuff. So I'm in North Carolina. Our slogan is First in Flight, because the Wright brothers, and I keep thinking in the back of my mind, no, you weren't actually developing. Leonardo was back there hundreds of years ago before this. So anyway, yes, we like to delve into different things. And when we master it, we want to learn something else. So that's the polymath part. So, and it's 1% of the population if you like statistics. So I asked Google AI, as opposed to regular Google AI, will the INFP personality type lend itself towards polymathy, whatever word they used. And it said definitely yes, and it's because of the NE, which I figured. So we got into that kind of conversation. We went around, I guess I'm using my polymath skills. We started out with polymath and science and stuff and hobbies and my career, all the way over to MBTI. And it's because of the extroverted intuition. We are interested in a lot of different things. Now, it doesn't mean everybody who is an INFP or any of the NFs or NTJ, whatever, doesn't mean that they're all polymath and vice versa. It can be mutually exclusive. But, with INFPs, that's 4% of the population. Then if you're polymath, that's 1% of the population. So if you want to be really rare, then you can go that route. So it says yes, it does lend itself if you use your NE a lot. And I have said on this channel and in real life that when I take the MBTI, I'm very weak in the F, and I'm very weak in that slot. I used to be an INTP when I was young, and I'm very weak in the P part. I can go J. But the intuition and the introversion is an 80 plus percentile. So, yeah, it would be that's what I connect my dots. So it's not all about me. I know I'm using it all about me, which is the FI part to INFP, but I'm using it as an example. If you do this, then you may be polymath. So what do you think about this? Is it something that's now a trend because it's coming up on videos? And it's been around since 1601. I don't know why I remember all this, but I don't know where my car keys are. And are you good at trivia? I think that's the key. I am good at trivia. I mean, trivia that means nothing to anybody about anything that doesn't come up in trivia contests. If you can remember those things, maybe you're a polymath. So let me know what you think. And that's just something that came up that I'm trying to find a new project that inspires me. And so I guess that's the polymath part. That's what I'm doing as an activity, is trying to find an activity that sparks my interest that I have not already done. So let me know what you think. Do you think INFPs lend itself to being polymath? Is their polymath a real thing? Are they mutually exclusive? Are they comorbid? What are they? So this is my new activity, is getting on here and doing this video right now. Comment below, and until next time, stay safe.